They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. In motion here is Witten. On second down, Elliott fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Keenum to throw.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 18 yards there and a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. They go with Murray again. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
You and I both know that you don't really, truly replace Adrian Peterson. But Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him. Upright with some power.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it. All right, now look at it. Watch it now. Gone.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down at the 28. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They'll try and run with Murray. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Gone. Good Clippers. All right, here we go. 3. Over.
Now they send a man in motion right. A toss to Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Forbath out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, Charles, earlier we were discussing the issues recently for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys as they get ready to take the field here again. But Dez Bryant also not putting up maybe the typical Dez Bryant numbers.
Last few years, he's been dinged up a lot. A number of injuries have limited his time, limited his timing with Dak Prescott. Dak's learned to throw it to other people along the way as well. But in addition, people are going to roll coverages towards him. He's the game breaker for the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to do their best to try and limit what he can do. And right now, he's having a tough time getting open and finding a way to make plays.
Yeah, Thanksgiving Day, just 3 catches, 37 yards. He hasn't gone over 100 this season. Looking downfield for Dez. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, back 99, Philly, here we go. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Able to spin free. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. On first down, Murray. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the wideout in motion. And now they'll throw with Keenum. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Gone, gone.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Diggs in motion left. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Keenum, flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And Forbath will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. The tight end changing his position. Again, it's Murray. Room here to run. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The play clock's running down. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriots.
Throwing is Keenum. Here as he's taken down. Justin Durant in there to drop it for a loss of nearly 20 yards.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on third down. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Time running out here on the play clock. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Now McKinnon. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Elliott running right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll bang that one through. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Over. All right, now look at Leopard. Back there.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. He'll find Thielen working the middle. 23 yards on the play. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Keenum now on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
All right, here we go. Watch it now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down, here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The slot man in motion right. Now a give. This is Murray. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Shift together here from the D-line. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They pitch it out to Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Forbath will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. That one goes for 24 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they're operating in the red zone. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here. It's a win for the Vikings.